I more proud of my art skill when I was 14? It doesn't make sense. Hello friends. Good to see you again. It's been quite a while, huh? Like over 20 days since I've uploaded a video, which I think I did mention in the last one that I was working on a comic, and that's what I have been spending most of my art time on lately. I wanted to make a better video. I sort of have a few ideas that I'm working around, but I think they're going to take a bit longer, so I decided to just upload a smaller one with some speed paints and talk about something that I've been thinking about, which is art skill, and how my art skill has definitely improved over time, but my self-esteem as far as art hasn't. In fact, it feels the opposite sometimes, and it's kind of weird how, though looking at it objectively, my art is definitely better, I am comparing myself to even better artists than I was before, and because of that, I seem to view my art as lesser than I viewed it as before, which is so funny looking back, because I can see how much I've improved. But still, I'm even more dauntingly aware of how much more I could improve. I think it's because, especially when I was younger, I didn't have access to the internet very often, and mostly who I compared myself to art-wise was myself, and a few friends who also drew, and one of them was way better than me, so I definitely felt bad about myself sometimes. But mainly, I was comparing my art to my previous art, or people that I saw on an old site called PaigeeWorld, rest in peace. And most of the people that I talked to and saw were of similar skill levels to myself. And so I thought, hey, I'm doing pretty good, and I could see my improvement a lot. Whereas nowadays, on bigger sites like Instagram and stuff, and just looking through Pinterest, you see like professional art gods, and comparing myself to those people, I see how far I have to go. Even looking at YouTube tutorials of all of the different things that you can learn, like color theory and anatomy, and backgrounds. Oh god, I still can't do backgrounds. But actually, in this one drawing, I'm pretty proud of it, so that's a thing. But I think I'm also partially only proud of this because I'm comparing it to the last drawing, which I had as a reference for all of this. Maybe part of the reason that I like this drawing particularly so much is because I was looking at the old version like the whole time, and so I felt so good, like, oh wow, this looks so much better than the thing I'm comparing it to. Whereas when I try to draw from photos in real life, even if the drawing that I made then looked objectively better than this one, which also has never happened because I just cannot do realism, I don't think that I would be as proud of it because what I'm comparing it to is just objectively better. Because, I mean, while some art can look better than real life, it's really just realism with some pleasant things exaggerated. Like, even anime styles that I love are mostly realistic with, maybe very simplified shading and adorable big eyes, and things that make it look even cuter, but it's based very firmly on realistic things. What I'm saying is, while I do realize the importance of improving for sure, and I'm really grateful to have much better references now, I think it's a shame to just lose enjoying doing something as much just for the sake of improving faster, because I know that as an artist, you never really stop improving. Like, even when I get to the point where I would be on par with the people that I look at now as being, like, just absolute gods of art, I am still going to want to improve and make things better or change things, because art isn't such an objective thing that I'll just one day get to a point where I'm like, ah yes, this is it. I have reached mastery, because then, well, for one, it's gonna be boring, and for two, that can't, like, happen. It doesn't exist. There's always things that could be better, because art is so complex. It's not just about drawing something perfectly. After that, I'm going to want to learn more how to convey emotions, or really show things in my art without saying stuff. Like, there's just always more things to learn with art, so I guess the main point of this video is just, if you're, like, being too hard on yourself with art and becoming discouraged because you're not where you want to be, and future self, I know this goes for you too if you're rewatching this video, just be easy on yourself and do things just to enjoy art, because I think ultimately that's why everyone started. I don't think art is something that we're like, darn, I guess I have to become an artist. Unless, like, if you are in that position, I would love to hear that story. That sounds very interesting. I don't know how that would happen. But basically, I think it's really important to enjoy what you're doing, especially if it's something that you're just choosing to do, like drawing. This became a little bit rambly towards the end, but I think everyone pretty much understands. But I think it's a nice thing to be reminded of, because even though I know this intellectually, it's so easy to forget and to feel like, oh, maybe I'll just never be good enough, because even though I've improved, I now see myself like, I see how much more I have to improve, and it's just, there isn't a finish line or a goal with art, so sometimes it gets discouraging, and I think everyone can use a little bit of encouragement that you're doing well now. Also, to celebrate an artist who's doing well now, Restless Artist on YouTube just got to 200 subscribers. Congratulations, girl, you're doing great. Anyway, that's pretty much all for this video. Go check out my comic. It's going to be ending by the end of this month. And thank you for everyone who still sticks with me on this channel. Also, thank you to my first ever Patreon, Marcus Murray Moylan. You're such a great friend who teaches me how to accept kindness from others, so especially thank you. And with that, I'll see everyone next time. Love you. Bye-bye.